Hello everybody and welcome to another cryptocurrency technical analysis video. In this video I'm going to be looking at the Bitcoin charts and I'm going to be taking you through the most recent price action and showing you the exact reason for this move down and right after the pump upwards and exactly what to watch for next for future trades. To start off with, I noticed that a series of lower highs were being put in here, so I knew liquidity was being generated to the upside. When we were in this constricting price action, we had higher lows and also those lower highs. And so I also knew at the time liquidity was being generated to the downside as well. But I noticed that on social media, a lot of crypto influencers were all posting about what is supposedly a bullish pennant here. Now, everybody was excited because apparently these bullish pennants have a higher probability of breaking to the upside. So I knew a lot of traders were going to be taking a long here. And they were going to be putting their stop losses just below those series of higher lows. So I tweeted a bit of a warning about this. I said, are you putting your stop loss where everyone else is putting theirs? To be honest, it's not a bad trade per se, but if I were a market mover wanting to participate, I would take those stops. And that's exactly what happened, as you can see. Price moved downward, all of those stop losses were hit, and when longs are covering their positions, it's equivalent to new shorts entering the market. So large traders had plenty of traders selling Bitcoin to them while they were buying it. And they were buying it right in this area. Now, the level to the downside I was looking at was right here. I had a golden pocket pulled from this low, and at the time it was to this high because this was the most recent high put in. I was thinking if we came down, tagged this golden pocket, this would be a decent long opportunity. But if we were to come down and consolidate above it, I was going to be looking for a squeeze through down to the daily level in the 786. Ultimately what happened was neither. We pumped first. But we have a new high put in, and now the 786 is in better confluence at the daily level and this 4-hour order block. So if price comes down this way, sure, maybe this golden pocket here will provide a good long opportunity, and there's a good reason for that. But also, if we squeeze right through, this daily and 786 with the 4-hour order block will be a good long opportunity as well. And as price comes in and data comes in, I'm watching the volume. If it looks good, that's somewhere I will be looking to take a long. This is not somewhere I would ever take a long. The reason being, the risk to reward is awful. Now, I know a lot of people saw this pump, they didn't want to miss out, and they FOMO'd in right here. No matter the outcome of a trade like that, that is not a good trade. But anyway, moving on. I posted a tweet when we came down here, and I'll remove some of the chart clutter. I said there's a lot of liquidity to be had to the upside if these series of lower highs, referring to these lower highs, are taken. That daily naked point of control with inefficiencies is my first level of interest. I have a more detailed analysis on my latest YouTube video, and that's the most recent YouTube video I posted. Now, the level I was referring to being a level of interest was right here. It was this daily naked point of control I was referring to. Now, we haven't quite made it there, and at some point I do expect Bitcoin to get there, but currently we're rejecting. And first, before talking about this level again, like I did in the previous video, I'm going to go through the exact reasons Bitcoin is rejecting here. First, right here, is a high liquidity area. You can determine this because we have a series of lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and it just goes on right here. So everyone who shorted from all of these places ended up creating from here, 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 ended up creating a cascade of stop losses. Additionally, you can see that the buy volume here is relatively low. Now, it's higher than the volume throughout this area, but it doesn't justify the massive move upwards here. That is also a red flag, especially when price moves up into an area of high liquidity. Additionally, you can pull a volume range profile. You can either pull it from the first bit of buying interest after the impulse down, or you can take it from the bottom right here, or right here. It doesn't really matter. The value area high doesn't really change much, but you can see that we got a massive swing failure pattern into that liquidity with relatively low buying volume, and price comes right back down into the value area. Now let's look at the 1 hour chart to see that on the 1 hour chart we also got a swing failure pattern. So this could be a decent short opportunity. If I'm in a short from this area, I would be looking to take profits around the point of control of this value area. Ultimately, I would want to take this down to this daily level here for an ultimate target. Now, although I do expect price to come down here eventually, it doesn't mean price isn't first going to pump up, take the rest of this liquidity, and then move back down. That is a possible scenario. Additionally, it's possible that we come down here first, take this liquidity, and then move up. We don't know this, and we don't have to know this as traders to take successful trades. Anyways, I'm going back to the 4 hour chart, and I'll remove some of this chart clutter. The last tweet I posted about this price action was, we can squeeze much higher, but this move is precisely that, a squeeze. There are shorts covering your positions, not new longs interested. Squeeze into a zone to find support and new longs, or this is bearish. And of course, after posting that, price moved down. Now, I did say we can squeeze much higher, and that's where this higher level comes into play. No matter what we do here, whether we go down here, or if we move up from here, I'll be looking first to this daily naked point of control and then to this daily. You can see here that if we pull a golden pocket from this high down to this low, there's a golden pocket there. Additionally, if we pull a 786 from this high to this low, we get a 786 in perfect confluence with the daily and the golden pocket. And this is just above the daily naked point of control and these imbalances. Now, the reason I think if we come up to this level and we take this liquidity, that we're actually going to move up a little bit further and hit this daily is because there are some VWAPs in play here. I really think this monthly VWAP is going to come into play. Additionally, I think this weekly VWAP here is going to be important in the near future for price action. I'll remove those. Now, there are levels further to the upside if we get a much larger squeeze, but that's out of the scope of this video. I may do another video later on higher time frame targets. But for now, these are the levels I'm looking at. Now there is a level in between. And that's around the 16,200 area. You can see that if we pull a fib from this low to this high, we get a 786 in confluence with the inefficiencies here. There's also a new daily level in this area as well. In addition to that, this new golden pocket that was formed after we made this latest high is right under this level. So it wouldn't be surprised me if we came down, we hit this golden pocket, and we moved up again. Now, if that happens, be aware of where you're placing your stop losses. If that happens, generally most people will put their stop losses right under this low, or they'll put it right under whatever low this forms right here. Beware that this is where everyone's putting their stop losses. This is where these imbalances are, and immediately after that there is high confluence with a 4-hour order block, a 786, and a daily. So if I'm a very large trader and I'm looking to participate in the markets, I'm going to want to push price down, take all of this liquidity for a move upwards. Ideally, I would like to see price to come down, go ahead, take all of this liquidity, and then move right back up, and take all of this liquidity, and then just continue making rotations in this range. Now, that may happen, it may not. I don't have to know what's going to happen in the future to make profitable trades. It doesn't matter. But these are the levels I'm looking at, the reasons I'm looking at these levels. I've told you the exact reason. Price dumped here when everyone was thinking it was a bullish pennant, and then pumped right here. So in the future, beware of constricting price action, just like what we have here, because a lot of times what price likes to do is whipsaw back and forth, taking out all the longs, taking out all the shorts, and then a lot of times it just continues to range. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. If you like this video, please go back and look at some previous videos. There is technical analysis that's been done that is still 100% relevant. If you liked it, please give a thumbs up, comment, anything you want to say. As a disclaimer, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. If I'm talking about trades, if I'm talking about being profitable, I'm specifically and only talking about paper trades, demo accounts. If you want to know how to trade on a demo account, please drop a DM to me on Twitter, and I can help you out with that.